IdahoDub with another Halo 4 gameplay. I am making these videos drop this week. Man, I'm loving this game. For all you NCAA fans out there, don't fret. That series isn't going anywhere. I'm obsessed with Halo 4 right now, man. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. Playing some Flood, similar to Zombies, I guess you would say. I love it, man. I love all the game types. I'm just having a blast, man. You know what else I'm loving? I'm loving that the election is finally freaking over. Man, I got so sick of reading retarded. Sorry, I didn't mean to say retarded. I got sick of reading stupid posts on Facebook every day. Man, I'm just so over it. And it was kind of the reason that it bugged me the most is because I grew up in Idaho, which, if you didn't know, is an extremely conservative state. And now I live in Oregon, which is one of the more liberal states in the country. So all my Facebook friends are Oregonians or Idahoans, and it's like complete opposite views, and everybody just voices their opinions. So I'm glad it's over. And I think next time we have a vote 4 years from now, pending I'm still alive, I'm hoping I'm alive in 4 years, I'm going to vote. Because there's so many measures and so many other laws that you can vote on besides just the presidency, and I feel like I missed out. I didn't vote, and I never have voted actually, but next go around I'm voting. There's one measure that everybody's been talking about, and I'm going to talk about it as well. And in Oregon, it was Measure 80. It was the law that we were voting on to legalize marijuana, and it actually passed. It didn't pass in Oregon, which is shocking because we already have medicinal marijuana that is legalized in Oregon. I'm really shocked it didn't pass because Oregon, there's a lot of people that are pro-marijuana in Oregon. But in Colorado and Washington, which Washington's right across the border, and actually this comment right here prompted me to talk about this topic. But Washington passed the law, and so did Colorado, so you can now legally smoke marijuana. Well, maybe not like right now, but they're going to be, putting that law into effect pending there's no issues with the federal government, because marijuana is still illegal on a federal level. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy to me because, when I grew up, like I said, I grew up in Idaho, so I came from a fairly conservative family, and I definitely was surrounded by a lot of conservative people. And marijuana was like, I didn't even see it. I don't even think I ever saw it in high school, which is another crazy thing because kids these days see it everywhere, right? But I was kind of sheltered. And I just didn't see it until I came to college. And, I came to college and I lived in Portland. So I'm coming from a town of 1,100 people. And I'm all of a sudden in Portland. And there's a lot of people that smoke marijuana in Portland. And I was like, whoa, I'd never seen this stuff. In my eyes, it was like super bad. And, after the first few months here and being around it and talking to people who smoked, I realized it's a drug that's, not as bad as what people think. Now, I'm not going to give people that much credit and say, oh, dude, it's not bad at all, because, I've seen a lot of documentaries on it. I've read a lot of stuff. I have friends who smoke on a regular basis. And, there's still some negative side effects to it. You're right. Maybe it's not as bad as tobacco, but there's a lot of, stuff that's still in marijuana that's in tobacco. It can still cause lung cancer because you're still inhaling it. And nobody's done any studies because it's not a controlled substance. So, there's no real studies on the actual drug itself. But you know what? In my eyes, I don't think it's as bad. And I think controlling it and being able to sell it and tax it would be extremely beneficial. I mean, there's already a lot of problems with it. I mean, first of all, we arrest people all the time for it, so we can free up the cops to do other important crap. There's maybe not as many gang, instances with marijuana as there are other hardcore drugs, but there's still some, and there's a lot of people locked up over marijuana charges, which is kind of stupid. People should be locked up over other stuff. So I'm all for passing it. Oregon didn't pass it, but I think it's great. And it's kind of crazy for me to be saying that because I grew up in such a conservative, part of the country, and my family's definitely probably still anti most of my family, and so it's just kind of crazy. But I just think we'd be better served to legalize it everywhere. We could tax it, less gang fights or whatever. you know, less arrests, and you could put an age on it just like you do alcohol. You could, you know, you could treat it just kind of like alcohol. You can't drive when you're under the influence of it. You know, you can't drink it in public or smoke it in public unless you're in Las Vegas. Then well, maybe Vegas, I don't know. If Nevada passes it, what won't be legal there? So yeah, man, that's just my 2 cents. I thought it was crazy. I thought it was super crazy that Washington and Colorado, I had no idea. I mean, Washington, I guess I kind of knew was a stoner state, if you will. But I thought for sure Oregon would pass it. I thought Oregon would be the first state to pass it, or California. But California already has the medicinal marijuana, I guess. So yeah, man, that's my 2 cents. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Maybe, you know, there's a lot of views out there. Some people are just way anti it, and some people aren't. You know, if you're a parent, you're probably more anti because you don't want your teenagers getting into it. But my whole thing is, if people want to smoke it, they're going to smoke it. You know, if people want to do something, they're going to do it, whether it's legal or illegal. So that's it, man. That's my 2 cents. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Like I said, we'll be back with some NCAA this week. But, man, I'm just loving Halo right now. Oh, what? Man, all right. I'm tied for first, though, right? Or is that third? Why am I at the top of the list? I don't know, man. This point thing's confusing. But that's going to do it for me. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.